We're right outside for lunch. Check that out. That looks beautiful. Yes. Love that. Feels so good out here. Loving this weather over in Texas right now. Gotta be my favorite thing. It's like nice enough to be able to wear like a little hood like you and some pants, but it's not like cold to where you have to bundle up. It's not too hot. It actually feels really good. Like this got to be like a crisp 72. Like I'm telling you, it feels so good outside. It actually feels better outside than it does in here. Like, oh my gosh. Ugh. What's up, Annie? First one in. Blazing Flame made it in. What's up? Nafus 1000 made it in. Look at that, y'all. My first one's in before I even made it into the shed. Oh, look at y'all go. How are my people doing today? How are my people doing? Preppy Queen, Mia, what's up? You made it into the chat. Welcome. Yeah, y'all, like I said, I was super busy yesterday. I mean, I was so busy running from Sonic and everything like that. I was like, dude. Says, dude, I'm playing G-Dash while watching. We love that for you, man. We appreciate that. But yeah, y'all, I was super busy yesterday with the New Year's, going to Sonic and everything like that. What do I have to tell? What I have a story to tell y'all about Sonic. It says I got a PS4. That's what's up. That's legit. How was New Year? New Year was great, man. I slept through my New Year. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it was crazy because I went and my sister went with me for once to Sonic. She never goes with me, but it wasn't necessarily Sonic that we were originally going to. We were originally going to Chick-fil-A. It says I mean by me. Sorry, you're good. It says how was celebrating New Year's? Uh, by you, it was dangerous. Ooh, that's not cool. That is dangerous for y'all. But yeah, back to what I was saying about the story. The story here is that we were originally going to Chick-fil-A, right? Because we recently got a Chick-fil-A that's in our town now. So I was like, my gosh, let's go. It's going to be easy. I was like, Chick-fil-A, let's get it done. So we go over to Chick-fil-A. They're closed. New Year's Day, they're closed. I was like, shoot. I said, all right, what about Shaloshki's? Because we have a Shaloshki's in our town too. They're literally right by Chick-fil-A. And I look and I'm like, yeah, let's go there. And my sister was like, yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go over there. Preston, what's up, bro? You made it in. Just telling the wonderful story right now of our Sonic ordeals and everything like that. So it goes and like I was saying, we went to Chick-fil-A first. Then we went to Shaloshki's. There's nothing in Shaloshki's. Yo, Braden says hi. Yo, alternate person says hi. It says, yo, the vegan lady is live right now. People, we should go dislike her live. No joke. Yo, 21 people in the chat. We love when we have 21 people in the chat. Drop a comment if y'all are new. I was just telling the story of how me and my sister were going over for Chick-fil-A first. Then we were going to Shaloshki's. Then we were going over to Sonic. We finally made it over to Sonic, right? And when we made it over to Sonic, I went to go try and park. Yeah, okay, Preston. Okay, man. I went over there to try and park. Two of the slots are out of order. So I have to go over to the next line, and I'm like curved out this way, and I'm like, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, this is terrible. I had such a bad parking job. It was unbelievable, y'all. My sister was over there dying. It says, you like this live? I'm the only person that liked. Nah, I appreciate it, man. There's 3 other people that have liked so far, so we love that. Opinion on NG gas? What the what? What is NG gas, my guy? And yo, Malachi says hi. What's up, Malachi? How are we doing? And then we got alternate person. It says yo. It says opinions on NG gas. I don't even know what that is. Tommy Clarkson says hi. Yo, what's up, Tommy? How are we doing today? But what? No, for real though. What is NG gas? What? Never. I don't think I've ever heard of NG gas in my life. Honest to God, I don't even know what that is. Wow, it's already been 5 minutes since live. Good night. Wow. Time just be flying by today. That's wild. Okay, I don't even know why they would call it that, but okay. It says, "Hi, did you really say my name?" It says, "I've never heard someone say my name on YouTube before. Thank you." Oh yeah, you're welcome, Tommy. Absolutely. It says there was a lot of fireworks, not only legal but a lot of illegal ones too. It says it was very busy at 122. That's our 199. Church got burned down. People died because of fireworks. Good start to the new year. Yikes. It says, bro, people liked then unliked really fast. So some likes are fake. For your information, appreciate that. Can I be your video editor? I can do thumbnails, retention based edits, pacing, perfect cuts and transactions, and more. You'd really want to be my video editor, Amar? Like for real? You'd actually want to be my video editor? Says, can you say hi to me? Yeah, GGC. Absolutely. What's up? Says, hello there. It says, thank you again for saying my name. I'm a YouTuber myself. Well, congratulations, man. Let's view that channel activity. You got 1 subscription so far. That's not bad. That's definitely good. Okay, you know what Good Boy does to you? Good Boy gets you banned. There you go. Let me see. Can I get a shout out for my birthday? My name's... Yeah, Dirt Nasty. That's a little nasty. Yeah, Dirt Nasty. That's a little nasty. Let's go ahead and remove that. Yo, Little Miss Random Creator says, hi, I'm new here. What's going on? Look, so all I do is I just read people's comments. I make people feel welcome, or at least I try my best to anyways. But that's what I like to do. I like to just read comments for my lives, and I just like to have people included and whatnot. So that's all I do. Let me see. Amar says, I can be one. I mean, would you do it, like, what would be your prices on it? Say the first one. Let me see. What's up, Caden? Yo, what's good, my guy? Thaddeus says hello. It says, yo, bye, gotta go. All right, have a good one. It says, have I heard the Internet Girl Studio version by Kate's Eye? No, I have not, actually. I have not heard that one. I have not heard that one at all. I really haven't even heard of the Internet Girl Studio version. I don't even know what that is. It says, do I know what Pizza Tower is? No, what exactly is Pizza Tower? Enlighten me. Enlighten me as to what that is. Hopefully it's nothing racially motivated. It says, dude, I'm going to try to beat Jumper while watching the stream. Dude, beating Jumper is kind of hard on Geometry Dash. I'm not even going to lie to you. It says it's a good speedrun game. Not bad. It says I'm affordable. $6 to $10 per running minute, like high retention. And I will guide you which micro hooks and stuff as well. Okay, not bad. It says, I'm currently doing my hair. We love that for you. It says, who is Jumper? Oh, Jumper's just a level on Geometry Dash that this dude's playing. Brother, daily pairs, I don't have a hairline, okay? It says, you should play it. Who's Jumper? Yeah. I know that hairline. Brother, I don't even have a hairline. What you talking about, y'all? Like, geez. We've been over this before. Yeah, it's a level on Geometry Dash. It's a cool level. It's a lot of fun, too. But Jumper's really hard because you got a lot of upside down cycle deals and triple spikes. Those who are really interested in Geometry Dash and know how to play it know what he's talking about. Says, who knows the vegan teacher? At this point, man, who doesn't know the vegan teacher? Says, if you feel open to sharing what's your religion, just curious is all, that's fine. Technically, the religion of what I am, as a lot of people know, as I say often, is that I am an apostolic Pentecostal, is what the religion-based name is called. Christianity is its broad deal, but Pentecost is what I am. It says, I have a modded Wii. Yo, I bet you that modded Wii's a lot of fun, I'm not going to lie. It says, a vegan teacher is live right now. Actually, that's what somebody else was saying, too. Saying that we should dislike it. It says, is doing a live stream. Yeah, that's insane, y'all. That's for real insane. I can't believe the vegan teacher would actually do that. It says, hello. Oh, hello, bro. Yo, what's good, Nick? How we doing, man? Bro, that username is crazy. That is set up for failure. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that is set up for failure. It says, hope you had a good New Year. You, the little, yeah, that's crazy. I almost read that too. I almost messed up. I almost read it, but I'm not gonna lie, Nick. Cool name, bro. Cool name. Cool name. Racially motivated over here at this point with these guys. It says, stack your back. Wait. Okay, it says, yo. It says, he looks like a character in Toy Story. Yes! Yes! Billy's bent. I'm not gonna lie. You're not wrong. I do be looking like a character from Toy Story. It says, why are my YouTube shorts so funny? I have no idea, bro. Why are your YouTube shorts so funny? It says, I'm Christian, but I'm a universalist. What's a universalist? I've never heard of that in my life. It says Purple Rain. It says, I'm baking cookies. Should I use cookie dough? Make them plain. Make them plain. US or UK? Well, I'm going to be biased towards USA because I live in the United States of America. It says garlic bread tutorial win. I don't know. It says it's like where you believe everyone is saved but nobody goes to hell. Oh, and nobody goes to hell. It's a cool religion. If only that was true. Sadly, I know that's not the case, but that is what it is. And it says I was talking to her and the girl, talking smack about her, banned me from her life. But my brother is a hacker, so I was able to get back in. That's wild. That's wild. Oh, yo, David says you. Let's see. Purple Rain says thanks. You're welcome. It says Happy New Year, Brandon from Dawn. Thank you so much. Happy New Year's to you as well. Bro, I swear everybody says I look like Hen from Stray Kids. I'm not even joking. Like, bro, you don't know how many mentions I've gotten that I am a character from Stray Kids. It's unbelievable. That's kind of wild, I'm not gonna lie. But it says just got 29%, not bad. American football, it says you do. That's insane, y'all. Is it really that crazy? Let me see here. Here you go. Let me see. My favorite crackhead. Yo, y'all should name me that for real. My favorite crackhead. Yes, absolutely. I like that, Rad. That's awesome. Yo, Albine says hi. It says, well, I believe it because it's my personal opinion. We are a piece of God. We are a piece of God. And why would God send his children to suffer eternally? Because that's their own choice. They chose not to serve him for the whole entire duration of being. So therefore it's, says it's more a symbol or way to make us behave and keen towards God. Yeah, but that's the thing, not everybody does. That's the problem. Crispy says hi. That says, do I like cooking? I don't necessarily cook too often. And then there's people on the complete opposite spectrum saying that there is no such thing as a God, and those people are fools. Even the Bible says that those people are fools that say that there is no God in their heart. Straight fools. But let me see. It says my father says that if I use brother for hacking again, he's going to take my phone for 2 days. Awesome. Yo, Brendan says hi. What's good, bro? Ahoya? Is that what that is? Ahora? Ahoya? Many people believe that he was like a what's the word? Not Ethiopian. He was some. He had like bronze skin color according to what the Bible says. It says random creator. It's sin that separates us from God. Yeah, but it's also still your personal choice though. So you choose to separate yourself from Him. It says, so he sent his son to die for our sins so we could repent and receive the gift of eternal life through faith and grace, which is the plan of salvation, correct? Which is repenting, being baptized in Jesus' name, and being filled with the Holy Ghost. I absolutely agree. It says, I have been getting bullied at school. I'm sorry to hear about that. I really am. That's a bummer that y'all actually have to deal with the bullying. And sometimes y'all get cyberbullying, and that's not cool. He was Orion. Says 38%. We love that for you. Jake Paul without a beard. Oh, yes. Bronze skin and woolly hair doesn't sound Caucasian for sure. Yeah, it's definitely not. It says, hey, brother, super big fan here. Okay. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Tom, I'm just going to call you Tom because that's easier for me to remember. I mean, I don't care if people put weird posts like Free Palestine, but we already know that that's not true. That says even the devil. Yes, absolutely. Yes, at the name of Jesus, I absolutely agree to that. It says I've been like crying. It started in 24 till now. Again, I'm sorry to hear about that. Wilson Lee says, now I'm going back to her channel to talk smack about her again. Oh my gosh. What do I think about furries? Therians, I'm not one, just wondering. I don't necessarily. I mean, I think they're mentally ill if they are dressing themselves up as a cat and a dog just to say that they're a cat and a dog. I think that's mental illness. If I'm being honest with you. Yo, Angel says hi. What's up? It says someone said Mega Mind. Let me see. What else it says? Bye. It says it's very slippery outside on the street. I felt 3 times. Ouch! With my bicycle the same day. It says W chat. We love that. Let's see what this one says. Oh yeah. Let's do that right there. It says North Africa during Jesus' time was white, and those we consider moderate days, North African and Middle Eastern, was only found in Saudi Arabia during his time. They don't want you to know this though. I mean, I guess. But I mean, like I said, he was like a bronze deal. And it says, I'm back. Yo, what's good? Camo. How we doing? I look like my 13-year-old cousin. I'm not going to take that as a compliment. Okay. Yo. Gil says hi. What's up? What's up, y'all? Bro, I got a lot of spams tonight. Yeah, I know. Sometimes I hit the spams, man. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes my chats just be hitting the spams, and I don't know why, but it just does. Sometimes I get really good chats, like really good ones. It's rare, but I'm thankful for the good ones. It says I love lives. Yes, the lives are cool. I enjoy them a lot. It says I love your lives. I appreciate that, man. I really do. I mean, yeah, I'm always cool with rabbit holes. Let's see what you got. Let's see where we're gonna travel down today. But yeah, go ahead. It'll completely change your perspective on reality. Yeah, sure, let's go for it. I mean, I don't know if it will, but you can always share it. I'm always open to read something. Go like the destroyer. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Oh. Yo, Buddy Lee says I suggested to my wife that with her hair back, apparently that's insensitive to say to someone. Oh God, that's phenomenal. Yo, that is phenomenal. No, I didn't mean to delete yours. Let's see. It says I subscribed. I'm new to your channel. What content you make? I appreciate the subscription, man. I really do. I didn't mean to do yours. I meant to do the other ones. Man, on my lives, a lot of times I just read comments, and then most of the time is enlarging. Yes, I know it is. But that's usually what I do. And then I have a lot of YouTube shorts. And it says hi. Can you say hi? No, my little cousin. That's crazy. Let me see. Well, I have channels to recommend that goes down the rabbit holes for you. So, bro, that was crazy. It says, I don't have to write much other than the names for channels. Okay. It says, can I watch Red Lights by Skies? Probably not. It says KK says, can you watch Red Lights by Skies? I don't even know what that is, y'all. I don't even know what that is. It says why. I don't know why. Because I choose not to. Well, you can beg all you want. Doesn't mean I'm going to do it. Yes, Jackie, how did you know? Whoa. Dude, why is there a verified symbol thing? Yo! We just got a big YouTuber up in this chat. Oh! Yo! I've never had a verified... Yo, Stark Edits. Yo! Welcome to the chat and the stream, my brother. How are we doing? Holy smokes, that shocked the mess out of me. It says, what's good, my man? Says, hey, it says, can you do an edit of Stray Kids? Says, hey, it says, can you do do it by that? It says, name a superhero for an edit? Yo, I get to name a superhero for an edit. Let's go. Which ones have you done? Which ones have you, like, done for sure? I know, dude. He's got a bunch of subscribers. Holy smokes. Yo. Says, hi, can you make... Wow, hi, can you make me a short? It says, hey channel. It says, what's up, dude? Holy smoke. Says, hey Starks Edits. Yo. 123. He would be my biggest subscriber if he subscribed. That would be insane. That would be insane. He would be my biggest subscriber. It says, lol, but my channel is dead. Your channel isn't dead. You have 123,000 subscribers. How is your channel dead? That makes no sense. I subbed you. Oh! Oh! Let's go! Shout outs to Stark Edits for the subscription. Oh my goodness, my guys. Oh my gosh. Yo. That's wild. Dude, first and foremost, thank you so much for that subscription, man. Shout outs to you. Oh my gosh, 1v1 me Russ. It says, can you do the skills edits, please? It says he subscribes. It says, can you do the skills edits? It says, buddy, I'm going to South Park tomorrow for Fair Play, Colorado. Yo, it says 1v1, trust me. It says, hey, who are you? Oh, why do you come in my shorts feed? I don't know. That's the YouTube algorithm. That's just what the YouTube algorithm does, y'all. I don't know why I get put in your streams. But to answer your question about the superhero, let's do a popular one. Let's do an edit one. I don't know if you've done Superman or not, but you could definitely do Superman. You could do the Incredible Hulk. I'm not gonna lie, you could do the Incredible Hulk. That would be a good one. Yo, that would be a really good one. But it says I subscribed you. Let's go. Thank you so much. 126. I appreciate that. Let me see. Yo, CJ the King. What's up, CJ the King, man? You made it. You made it into the live. What's up, bro? It says, do I support Palestine? I prefer not to talk about the political deals. Oh, let me see. They will never lie. It says, I know you didn't ask me, but you should do Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman would be a pretty good one, too. It says, what you want? It says, hi. Master says that. It says, screenshot that. It says, you are cute. How old am I? I'm 19 years old. Let me see. Quality Learning Center. Oh, yeah, Learning Center. We love that. It says, nice hairline, mate. I don't know if y'all are being serious about that or if you're being sarcastic. I know a lot of people said a lot about my hairline. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yo, the master says that right there. It says, hello. But, oh my goodness, it says, you look like me, low-key. That's crazy. You look like a... You look like a boy that's sent off to war. That's crazy. It says, the live over you is the vegan teacher. That's insane, y'all. That's insane. It says, hi, I'm new. I love your content. Thank you so much, Eddie. I appreciate that. Yo, and it says, yo, what's up? It says, nah, you look good, mate. A slice of pizza. Yo, we love the slice of pizza comment, y'all. Yeah. Okay, tell me why this live just went from absolutely dead to when somebody went over here with a verified check mark on YouTube and just all of a sudden we had an explosion of 26 people. Tell me why that happened, y'all. That's kind of crazy. It says you look like she'd be from Stray Kids. Oh gosh. Can you say slay all day? Why would I say slay all day though? It says, can you say toy boat 5 times fast? I cannot, y'all. It's a tongue twister. I cannot do that. It says, I'm back. Yes, Wilson, welcome back. All right, here we go. I'll try and say it one time, y'all. One time. 5 times, one time, y'all. I'm going to try and say it. Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. Nope, messed it up. Can't do it. Nope. Epically failed that one. Let me see. John Gonzalez says hi. What's good, man? I didn't even realize I had me a little hole right there. That's crazy. Try again. No, I'm not trying again. Best sport is between basketball and football. 100% basketball and football. It says I answer AI. It says hi, what's up, y'all? I cannot believe that we got a verify. Oh my gosh! It says okay, bye. I've studied some physics. Had a nice time. Yo, I appreciate you dropping into the chat, man. Thank you so much for that. I cannot believe that. That's wild. It says yo, bro. Do you love? No, I do not. Let me see. It says better grab a drink, right? It says hey, look up. No, I'm not doing that in Google. It says say can trash can so fast it turned into a different word. Name a car for an edit. Lamborghini. Lamborghini or Bugatti? Give me a Lamborghini or Bugatti. Let me see. It says, can you imagine those kids? What say? What did it say from the memes and the YouTubes? I call them iPad kids because that's exactly what they are. It says, can you dance? Not really. Dr. Pepper or Coca-Cola? Ooh, I like me some Coca-Cola. I ain't gonna lie. If I had to choose between those two, I'm picking Coca-Cola all day long. All day long. I haven't showered since last. Oh my gosh, these people haven't showered. Ew, wait, no, that's day 2. Ew, nasty. Ginger ale all day long. Yo, Shine says she has a question. What's your question? This is what are my thoughts on drink? I have no idea. I wouldn't be able to tell you. 51% says, so sorry, I didn't mean you. I meant the vegan teacher. You're good. Yo, Jay says, hi, what's up? It says, what are my thoughts on that? It says, I have a question. What's your question? It says, I'm Swedish. We love that. We love that for you. Yo, Livy says I sub. Shout outs to you for subscribing. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I still can't believe Stark Edits subscribed. That is unbelievable right now. Bro, that is so wild. Yo. The Seaside says, okay, it says, what are my thoughts on Indians? Indians are cool. Let me see. It says, if you came across the vegan teacher, what would you say to her? Why would you build your whole life on hate clout? Honest to God, that would be my question. Honest to God, that would be my question. Why would you build your whole life on hate clout? It says last year was 3 days ago. Yeah, 3 days ago. Even better, man. Even better. It says, I sub too. Thank you so much, Little Miss Random Creator. I appreciate that so much. Thank you for the subscription. It says, what do I think about the Netherlands? I don't know. I've never been. I wouldn't be able to tell you. Although I'd love to go. It says, yes. It says, oh, why are a blonde in 1980 years brisker than... Right. It says, Charles Barkley. Right. I can meow, but I ain't meowing for you. Says, bro, I just gotta have her. And she was like, God is doing nothing good. Yikes. Yeah, the comment reads for itself. Yikes. Oh my gosh. Stark Edits. Wow. What a subscription. Wow, my guys. Unreal. Wow. What a W. What a W. Dude, I thought 72,000 was crazy. This man went to 123,000 and was verified. That's crazy. It says, wait a minute. Is this Tom Holland's secret page? Yes, it is. Tell no one. It says, no, when I was in the vegan teacher's live, she said God made tofu. Oh, gosh, that's so retarded. I'm sorry, but that's so retarded. It says, hi. Everything sports, pro, Jesus is king. I love that. Let me see. It says, have a good day. God bless you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Easy? No. Nope. It says, wow. Tom Spider-Man jump into the back of the... Cutter feature. Okay. Okay, guess what, bud? Guess what? Guess what, early one? You're getting banned. You're banned. You're banned, bud. You're banned. There we go, early one. You banned. You banned, you banned, you banned. What's that ban, buddy? Ban. Yo, Trolley Thumpinson. I like that last name. That's cool. Says, huh? Yo, Spidey. Let's see. Spidey Kitty says, always people, yeah, always people with the blue eyes. Absolutely. What's wrong with the blue eyes? Nothing's wrong with the blue eyes. It says, can you backflip into United Florida? No, I cannot. I have no idea where that is. I cannot. Ain't no way. It says, what's my favorite eye color? Believe it or not, it's very rare to get, but silver. Silver and hazelnut has got to be my two favorite eye colors that I've ever seen. They're absolutely beautiful. It says, hey, Batty, that hair ate. I appreciate that. Let me see. It says, wait, how old are you? 19. 19 years old. Turning 20 in February. Wow. This is nice. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying, too. I'll be out of my teen years forever. That's crazy. My sister thinks you're cute. Her name is... Okay. Nice. Yeah, it says, I hope you had a good New Year's. Why does everybody say that? Bro, that's crazy. It says, wait, what day in February? February 11th. It says, oil everything. Oh, God. Do you believe in God? Absolutely. I believe in Jesus. He's awesome. It says, hola, everyone. It says, yo, finally got my YouTube set up. Love that for you. Love that for you, G-Man. Absolutely love that for you. Hey, Antonio, guess what? You're deleted. You're banned. That's wild to have that, bro. The Charlie Kirk dead, and he's got that, and he has the profile of apparently the killer. That's wild. Oh, it's you, Garrett. Yo, what's up, Garrett? Yo, you finally changed your username? Yo, that's legit. That's legit, my guy. Let me see. It says, okay, hello, kitty. That's crazy. It says, you look like Jimbin from Stray Kids. Dude, why does everybody say I look like a character from Stray Kids? Oh my gosh. It says, what's up, Garrett? It says, bro, can you do a backflip through webs and roar? No, I cannot. I wish I could. It says, yo, what's good? Can I buy in? Sure. It says, I look like Kanye West, not gonna lie. Okay, that's kind of crazy. Yo, Dragon Boy says, hey, what's good? FireX says, is that my natural hairline? Yeah, sadly it is, okay? Look, y'all don't have a hairline. Gosh, we've already been over this before. It says, character, their group. It says, what are my New Year's resolutions? Believe it or not, I didn't even come up with the New Year's resolution. It's just to be better, bro. That's it. Do airplanes land on my forehead? All from Russia? Yes, they do. Actually. Let me see. You look like a chill guy. A lot of people say that, and I appreciate that, y'all. I really do. Are you in a shed? Yes, I am in a shed. Says, bro, your forehead remind me of the deserts in air. That's awesome, y'all. I love that. Maybe I can put some sand dunes on my head, too, with my veins. Just like a little bit. Yeah, there's one right there. Love that. My volume's low. Really? My guy on the, yeah, Booger Sugar. Yes. Yo says hi. Miller, there we go. It says, hi, bro, your volume is low. Thank you so much. It says, give me something to draw and I will draw it and tag you on my short. I like the aquatics. Can you draw a shark? Draw a shark. I'd love that, little Miss Random Creator, if you drew a shark. It says, craft a motorbike. Then it says, my father passed away in November. I'm sorry to hear about that, Bree. Says I'm back, bros. What's good? It says press Alt 4 to max it. I'm not on a computer right now. I'm on my phone. It says, what is the live about? I just got here. No idea what's going on. Literally just reading through every single comment, man. Just making everybody feel welcome. That's about it. And having just a huge Stark Edit subscribe to me. Like a huge YouTuber. Crazy. It says, bro, you're a chill guy. You didn't even get offended after the desert joke. No, bro. For what? Dude, like I said, I'll add a little bit of sand dunes too. There you go. I am my dad. Okay. Again, Jake Paul without the beard. It says, you got Instagram. I make reels too. We love that for you. But no, I only post it on YouTube. Since I posted my first video and got 1,500 views, that's actually a really good one, dude. That's sweet. 1,500 views. That's the way to go, my guy. Chicago West, mine is your band. Yo, is there another verified YouTuber right there? Oh my gosh. Yo, man. Oh my gosh. What's up, dude? Made it into the chat. Already, believe it or not, had a dude with 123,000 subscribers subscribe to me. Dude, if you subscribe to me, you would become my biggest. Oh my gosh. 2 verified YouTube dealers in one short. Could you ask for any better here in this channel, y'all? That's crazy. He's a huge YouTuber with over 750,000 subscribers. Oh my gosh. It says, guys, low-key tweaking. It says it's currently 305. It says donated $40. Yo, it says, I feel like bro would be the best person to go fishing with. It says, hell, another verified YouTuber subscribed. Oh my gosh. Boom! Yo, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. That is legit, y'all. That has made my day. Oh my goodness. Dude, y'all are fantastic. Thank you. Yo, Dragon Boy says, I subbed you too. Thank you so much for that subscription, man. Thank you. Yo, he says, it's 5:35 a.m. here. Holy smokes, that's early. It says, I subbed you too. It says, Memon says, well, my dad says, well, I'm verified in Instagram, though. That's legit as well. We love that. So it says, hi. It says, how's it going? It says, guys, I'm only 6. Says, my bro is gonna come when Memon sub, when Memon sub. Yo, that is so awesome, dude. Says, hi, bro. You is relaxed, bro. Says, I sub. Yo, it's Mahas. Yes, thank you so much for that subscription. I appreciate that. It says, I just realized my window has been open for a day now. Wow. That's a while. It says, hi, bro. You relaxed, bro? Absolutely, dude. But I'm just enjoying this stream day. We having us a good one. It says, get your work done. It says I'm in 1st grade. But, dude, man, you with the subscription. Oh my gosh. What a W in the chat, y'all. What a W. Wow, that is bizarre. We love that. What a trip. It says, bro, my name is Pedro. Yo, what's up, Pedro? It says W. It says love from Area 51. Crazy work. Crazy work. It says fake reactions for real, huh? No, these are real reactions, y'all. I was not expecting 2 verified YouTube dealers to come into this live. That is insane. It says, I got attacked by Santa. This is at the mom currently in the hospital. Nice. It says, well, I'm verified in my main channel. That's what's up, Dragon Boy. That's what's up. Dude, that is actually insane. Holy smokes. But you have a lot of people too, dude, for your subscribers. You have 2.73K. That's not bad. It says Santa lunged at me. It says me and you fan. Yo, Kyrie Davis says hi. It says drop your Insta, bro. You're chill. Yo, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. If only I had Instagram, y'all. I don't have Instagram. I have Pinterest, okay? I know Pinterest ain't that popular or famous. I just created like a Twitter account, like Twitter X thing deal. I can't even remember what I put, but I have that going. I might have to add it into my descriptions. Yeah, I do have a TikTok. There you go. I forgot I even had a TikTok. Thank you, Preston, for reminding me about that. It says you only have 91 subs. That's all right. You can keep on going. It says why you live in a barn because it's comfortable. Let me see here. Bro, you from Brazil? No, I'm not. I'm from Texas, believe it or not. It says my coochie. Yeah, hair, right? It says there is no way to contact you. TikTok is banned here. Really? Where are you at where are you at? Because TikTok isn't banned in the United States, which I know some people aren't in the United States, but it says, wait, don't. It says my sister took my iPad. Don't say what it said. Okay. Oh, you live in India. Oh, okay. I didn't know that they banned TikTok over there. I know that there's certain places that have, but I didn't know that that was one of them. It says, okay, good. Kyrie keeps on just saying, huh? I know speak English. You know, you habla español. There we go. Bro be speaking no English is crazy. But oh my gosh, man, been subscribed. Holy smokes, son. What in the world? It says, I'll be right back. Alright, bro. You good? Dude, I cannot believe 2 verified YouTubers have subscribed. Oh my gosh! It says, Brandon, am I annoying? Nah, bro. You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome to stay in this chat, dude. Blood, sweat, tears, discipline. It says, for real, your parents hate you, your vape habits, so you live in a shed. Well, I don't vape, so I mean, I don't see how they can hate something that I don't really necessarily do. It says, guys, like and subscriber. Absolutely. We always appreciate the subscriptions, y'all. We really do. I cannot believe that, though. Verified YouTuber. I mean, verified YouTuber. You have a vape cough? Ah. Says big man. Big man, big forehead. Yes, sir. Says what's life there in Texas? Life here in Texas is 95% of the time hot. It says, by the way, you don't have to read my comment. I'm just so silly right now. Nah, dude, you're good. Man, it says respect. I appreciate that. But yeah, y'all. Yeah, that's all it is. I know I may have the vape cough, but I got over there to where I'm I'm still getting over the flu. Like it's going, it went away, and then it's like coming back, and it's like ugh. It says I'm a transgender. Oh, okay. It says yeah, see vape cough or coke habit. There you go. Dude's just trying to figure it out at this point. Let me see here. It says, do I lift weights? Let's see, will it let me do it? Will it let me flip over the camera? There we go. We got this right here. Let me see. So you letting from, or you letting Tom? I guess it says. Let me see. Have you watched Fight Club? No, I have not watched Fight Club. It says I'm a woman, I'm a man. Okay, that's cool. It says that's nice. It says, bro, meet you fan. Okay. We found out that Bree is mentally ill, but that's okay. Oh, so you letting time pass? What do you mean by letting time pass? Yo, Roach says, oi. It says, dude snorts. Really? Dragon Boy says, do 30 push-ups and I'll donate some money. It says, we roasting you again today. No way you made it to that one chat where I said that y'all could roast me. That's crazy. But bro says he'll donate. Question mark, how much would you donate? Because it's a buy me a coffee. You can go to the donate down below and buy me a coffee. So technically you could do a donation. So how much are we talking here? Because I'd be willing to do push-ups. It says, bro, thank you. Happy New Year again to you as well. It says, I'm just trolling right now. It says you can't do 50. I'm not even able to super chat you. I know. That's because I don't have the monitored time. I have the subscribers now. I just don't have the time watched. It says how to donate. Let me check that first. Yeah, go ahead. It says, I swear I'm not mentally ill. Well, if you see you're furry, kind of wonder. It says you live in a barn. How can we buy you a coffee? Buy me a coffee by the link in the description, in my description for my channel. Go down to the description. It says buy me a coffee. Hit the link and then donate that way. But that's the only way y'all can legally donate to me right now. Other than that, y'all won't be able to, because YouTube hasn't verified me yet because I don't have the watch hours. I need 3,000 watch hours and I'm only at like 300. It says, nah, I'm not a furry. I'm just kidding. It says you're good. How is this high? It says, I'm back. It says, you don't have a coffee pot in your barn? No. No, I don't. No, I do not. But Preston says she's back. What's up, Preston? But yeah, I'd be willing to do it. I would be willing to do it. I ain't gonna lie. Bro says loser for that. I know. I should have a coffee pot, but I don't. I have it back in the house, but that's about it. Still waiting on the push-ups. I'm still waiting on this dude to say how much he would donate if I did 30. Granted, I'm willing to do a small workout for it. Okay, you ready? There you go. You owe me $65.78. I just showed you cheeks. You weren't specific. I said cheeks. It says coward. What do you mean coward? I've read every one of them. Bro, it says lol. It says coward. Again, we're on this. It says push-up coward. I will as soon as this dude tells me how much he would donate for 30. I'm telling you. I'll do it. Yo, Lisa says hi. What's up, Lisa? I'm telling you, I'll do 30 push-ups as soon as he tells me how much he'll do. It says hi, it says Melina. Does it say Melina? Hi, Melina. Let me see. Too busy living in a barn life. Can't do a push-up. It says, I'm just trolling. Thanks for being funny about it, though. You're welcome, bro. You're welcome. A lot of them are, which is fun. It says, I vouch for tons of push-ups. I can. I'm just waiting for this dude to tell me how many I need to do. I already said it. Says, did you get the buy me a coffee thing? Did you get my buy me a coffee thing? I may have. It may be in my thing. I haven't necessarily looked at it just yet, but I'll look at it after the live stream. It says, you can do drywall to roof that. What? What? Oh, yeah. Oh, where do I live? I live in Texas. Tejas. It says use. But yeah, I'll for real do it. Yo, it says, do I have GPay? It says, I tried to pay it, but it needs card. Ah, bummer. It says, do you speak Spanish? Me no habla español. Okay, bud, here you go. That earned you a ban. Appreciate that. Let's see. It says, I sent you one. Why don't you have super chats yet, lol? Bro, because like I said, YouTube hasn't verified me. I haven't gotten the watch hours, but I appreciate you so much, Roach, for doing that, man. Thank you so much for buying me a coffee. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate that, though. Well, Scott, I'm just a YouTuber. That's all I am. There you go. Thank you. I'll bring it back to where y'all can simply do that. It says, I live in... Okay, does it say Comanche? I don't even know where that is. But no, dude, that's the only way you be able to do it. I'm sorry, Dragon Boy. That's the only way you be able to donate to me, bro. That's the only way you can do it. It says, you live in a basement, can't do push-ups, can't cheat. It says, I've been to Texas. Love that. It says, you look like someone I would not want to be around. No offense. And that's fair. It says, that's some nice BS thing, right? To those of you who say that I cannot do a push-up, I'm about to show y'all just real quick here. And then let me see. It says, and you think you're a Texan? A small town in Iowa? Nice. It says, I bet you don't season your chicken, right? White boy. I'm a white boy. But yeah, y'all. We can do push-ups. We can do plenty of them if we so chose to. If we so desire to, we could do push-ups. We can do really anything that our heart desires to do. So, there is always that. So, I mean, we can do a few of them. See, living in a barn, you end up doing a few push-ups in your life. So, I mean, there is that. So, it is what it is. Yeah, we can do a few of them. Oftentimes, we just choose not to. That's all it is. It says, what do I do for fun? It says, looking real literally right now with the hoodie. Appreciate that. Kevin says, hi. It says, show off. It's not showing off. I was just shutting people up. This is what do I do for fun. I like to play basketball. Have I ever been fishing? Yes, I have. I love red drum fishing. It's a lot of fun. Already winded this dude. Seasons chicken with water. He'll even use salt. Sometimes he lives in the desert. There's no fish in Texas. It says, I've been to Hamilton Pool Preserve. We love that for you. It says, it's shutting people up by getting winded doing push-ups. This dude, this guy. I appreciate people like you. I appreciate people like you, Bart. I'm not gonna lie. You make it fun. You make chat deals fun. I can't lie. I'm not gonna lie. Can you make me a moderator that says I take care of the bad comments? I got plenty of moderators, dude. Just keep on coming into these chats and eventually you probably will end up being one. Says this guy, says, fix your shivling. One day we will. Says, hey, I've been here for an hour, I'm listening, but I'm playing in games, so not talking much. You're good. You are all good. Mom lets you this, dude. Says, here are my favorite little Tism tornado. I love that, bro. Tism tornado. Yo, that's a new one. Dude, I wouldn't mind if y'all called me that. That's hilarious. My Tism tornado, bro, is crazy. What a name. I would pin that too if I didn't already have a pin. It says, who plays COD? It says, Texas Tornado, Tracy Lawrence. This dude. This guy. But yes, y'all. With that being said, I think tonight was a successful live with 2 huge subscribers. Oh, my eyebrows basically got shaved off, man. I'm not gonna lie. 2 brand new huge subscribers. One with 123,000 and one with 750 plus thousand subscribers. Crazy. It says, I'm colorblind, but are you a fellow ginger? I think right. Absolutely. It says, talk less, think more, or at least try one of them. But yeah, y'all, with that being said, it says, sir, may I know your case? No. But alrighty, y'all, with that being said, I think this was a successful live. I will see y'all in the next one. Y'all take care. Y'all have a good one.